The 2024 deer season started out in the same fashion as most years. The middle part of the summer was spent placing mineral sites and cell cameras throughout our property in hopes of gaining a better understanding of the deer population. After placing the cameras, it was obvious we had healthy buck numbers with several legal bucks holding steady to their summer patterns. However, there was one buck, an 8-point, that both caught our eye and became a frequent flyer to our mineral sites and food plots. He went from being a nearly symmetrical 8-point to an 8 with a broken G3 on his left side, which must have happened towards the end of his time in velvet or just after becoming hard-horned. Either way, this buck was now a unique deer and one we had become very familiar with leading up to the 2024 deer season.
It is officially deer season, and it feels amazing to say that. It's been a long off season, and especially the last couple weeks, I have just been chomping at the bit to get back into the woods. I'm in a spot that was phenomenal for me last year. I'm in a ground blind, which is actually tucked underneath our barn, so I call this the barn food plot. I've got a 1/4 acre food plot out in front of me that I planted this fall. Didn't get any rain. We went basically a month without any rain. So the growth was very slow, but still the deer are going through here. They're eating the food plot, they're eating the grass, and this is a great staging area for the deer to come through before they go off and feed into their destination areas, whether that's acorns or agriculture fields that we have around our property. So I'm excited to sit back, enjoy the nice weather. Temperatures are finally starting to drop a little bit, starting to feel like hunting season again. And I am pumped to be back in the deer woods.
After picking my shooting window, setting the camera up, and stopping this buck, I was unable to get my sight settled on him before he decided to run off. At only 19 yards, this buck was able to pick up on my final adjustments with my camera and crossbow. And that was it for my first encounter with a broken Tine 8. Over the next several weeks, I had some really good sits, seeing tons of deer. Off camera, I had another close encounter with a broken Tine 8 and ended up missing him at 40 yards. The rut activity was really starting to pick up, and I knew it was only a matter of time before laying eyes on another shooter buck.
It is Monday, November 11th, and I just got set up in what we call our new food plot stand. This stand has been great for us this year. I've had a lot of really good sits this year here and also just over my shoulder back at our barn. I've had encounters with 2 really good bucks. There's one 8-point that I have seen everywhere. On camera, I've seen twice now hunting. Almost got a shot at him once, and in this very stand, I actually missed him. He was at 40 yards and it happened really quick. It was a morning sit, and he came across in front of me. I stopped him and accidentally used the wrong pin on the crossbow. So I've had a lot of encounters with him, encounters with another half rack as well. And there's a couple other bucks I haven't seen in person this year, but I have a good feeling that there's a good chance that I can see one of those this evening.
The broken Tine 8 had once again made an appearance and once again did not allow me to get a shot. I would hunt this stand a few more times before archery season came to a close, but the broken Tine 8 never made another appearance.
It is the first Monday of PA's rifle season, and I got off of work, hurried up to the deer stand, and I'm all set up with about 2.5 hours left before it gets dark. I'm up in what we call our big tree stand. It overlooks our new food plot that we put in 2 years ago now. About 75 yards out in front of me is where I sat a lot this archery season, had a lot of good encounters with a couple of nice bucks, and have seen a lot of deer in general this archery season. We have a nice layer of snow on the ground that just came in within the last couple of days, making this a really nice sit. The temperatures are in the mid-20s, so the deer should be moving and it should be a good sit.
Where'd he come from? There's nothing. And all of a sudden I caught a flash of a deer, like a little movement, very, very top of the ridge. Like right where that quad trail goes up over on the side.
Yeah.
And I pulled my scope up and there's like 1 deer, like 2 deer, 3 deer. I saw like 2 doe and a spike. And all of a sudden I saw him like kind of like walking this way.
From
I was like,
the same
just
spot?
Straight from over top.
Huh.
They all came down that quad trail. He luckily decided to walk down the trail where the tree stand was on until he got into like this thick stuff. He walked into there. He was gonna like walk this quad trail probably to the barn.
Oh, okay.
And he just kind of like poked out around that corner enough, and I didn't have him on camera there. I had him on camera coming across like the log pile back there, and he only went 40 maybe.